Hi, in this video on the fischertechnik robot hand I want to focus on the elbow again, and the problem from last time is that the motor is connected by a chain. However, without this little axis there is no way that the upper arm will move, and this way proves not to be a solution either. So that is the focus, to find a solution so that the motor indeed does drive the this part of the arm. And a problem that comes with it is that the end effector, the hand itself, is relatively heavy. So there will have to be a quite firm, rigid solution. And while checking the direction of the elbow, I noticed that the direction of the motor was not entirely correct, because it was constantly turning that way, so that the arm was getting lower, but not this way. And so I changed the code a little bit so that it would run the correct way, and despite the correct code it didn't do that. So in order to test it, I changed the code again so that it first turns right and then left, which in other words mean it first runs clockwise and then counterclockwise, both for 2 seconds. And then I noticed something very odd, because despite the change in direction, the motor does not change direction, as I'll show you. And right now it is counterclockwise 2 seconds and counterclockwise again. And another mysterious point is that while they are both set for 2 seconds, the first run, which should go clockwise, lasts longer than the counterclockwise. And so whatever is causing this problem, it has to be fixed before I focus my attention back to the elbow. And for some reason I think this is connected to the way the motor is driven from the controller. But I have to find out if that is indeed the case. And so far the only way to check this is to change the connector, the power to the motor. If I change the connectors, the direction will be reversed. But that's a hardware solution, and of course I wanted to do with software, and for some reason that doesn't work. But that may be the controller, as I already said. So that is a software mystery I need to solve first before I focus on the elbow again. And after some rewiring of the motor, the problem still has not been solved. Now I rewired it that one connector goes to the motor and the other connector goes to the shared mass of the valves. But still the code which changes between clockwise and counterclockwise only makes the motor go clockwise. So that is still a problem, and until this one is solved, if it can be solved, I have to let the problem with the elbow for what it is. And if I can't solve the motor problem, I'm afraid I have to find another solution for moving the elbow with the motor. And one problem with this interface, with this controller, is that it only has 4 motor inputs divided with each motor input divided in 2 outputs, and each individual output is used by each valve. And 5 valves means 5 individual outputs, and with 8 total outputs it leaves 1 complete motor, which means the compressor in this case, and 1 other, and I'm trying to use that for the second motor, this one. But something tells me that that will not work. And that would be quite a shame, because that means that I cannot make the elbow move the way I like. So until that problem is solved, I have to wait for the elbow has to wait. And one solution for the motor would be using a voltage divider, which would cause the motor to run slower. However, it all depends on the electronics inside the controller, and it brings a lot more ifs to the story. So for now, I'm afraid I will have to abandon the clockwise counterclockwise running of the second motor and see if I can construct the elbow anyway, so I can use it in some way or another. And that will be a challenge on its own, and unfortunately my focus was shifted from the elbow to the motor, and that will be in the continuation. So thank you for watching, and certainly to be continued, either the elbow or both the elbow and the motor.